moment to get to the grand finals.
Well, Valyn is obviously hyping up with the crowd. Jonqt is a cold book to read. At this point,
Guard has only lost this map once, Shift. They have such a massive record on this map.
All right, well, the winner gets everything. The loser gets nothing. And the first bit of action happening over towards B main immediately. Nice little counter utility coming out, though, from M80, holding on and finding first blood. Shock Dart does find some value here, though, for the offense, and a huge first opener for Tex and the Guard as they make their way on for site. They get the plant. And Trent actually is trying to challenge this heavy setup for M80 right on top of the doors opening through market. M80 need to make a decision on how they want to try to break this open. Zander gets the first. Now there's information for the Guard that there are two members playing inside of B main. But how do you clear this out? Someone's got to hit. eeiu provides the first, not the second. Now the 1v1. Jonqt playing up against Net. And well, Net is actually going to make a perfect timing commitment to get in towards this site. Killjoy, you need the utility to get down. Timing of this is everything. Jonqt is going to try to hold this, but the shot looks like it will land, and Net will be able to open up with the opening pistol.
Only just over half on attack, but they're already off to a hot start.
Little opening spam coming out for the defense, trying to control B main, and how about that from NiSMO? koalanoob also turns the face up towards the double hit through market. Net does put together two in response, but this would have to be a 1v5 for him. And well, he's going to get completely taken by a two-member stack here at mid, you would think. Paranoia gets hit. That should be enough for Zander to finish off the kill, and it will. Because I think you go back to stage one, you talk about M80, and it's just like, yo, these guys are just going to run at us and just out-frag us. But they've definitely matured a bunch, and maybe taking a couple of things away from the Guard. Is
shut down at B main by utility, so they're trying to make the pivot through tree. There's a crossfire, though, through this door, and a great stun comes in, and that completely locks Tex down.
Really well done. koalanoob getting another through the smoke, as now all of a sudden the Guard have to commit through tree door to get in, and the crossfire is so darn good. Last one standing was Valyn, but koalanoob opening up.
Guard choked at main. Net gets through, but with such amount of damage getting taken away from him.
And the offensive paranoia has already been spent, so this is just going to be Jonqt trying to hold his life with just the entirety of the utility kit, but Tex still finds the first tap. eeiu trying to hold on to the site, but it's JonahP to best him. And then the follow-up not going to be there at all. Wow, clean entry from the Guard considering the circumstances. And now it's just down to koalanoob, and well, don't sleep on him, but the right click misses, and as the approach immediately gets on towards A. The defense not in position to even contest this in whatsoever. Spike for Valyn, now being planted on the default position. And for M80, no ults to try to retake this. This has to be done the hard way. And as the lockdown gets earned, it's immediately spent. M80 have to hold off this retake a little while longer.
Yeah, no way to cancel that out, so they just have to wait it out, which is allowing them to put more and more post-plant utility on top of the spike. Nice kill there from Zander on the flank. That's going to open up a new route for the retake for M80 and make things a little bit tougher on Guard.
Prowler also clears out a lot of space just in front of health. Valyn still positioned down low, not on a lot of health. Zander gets one, though, as he drops on in. koalanoob mixed up just a touch. Valyn still on 5 HP, but M80 get the full surround. They envelop the site and then capitalize with every single kill. Outside of that, it's just Valyn who does have it from the shadows. koalanoob peeking, finding the first. Prowler's out, hold on a second. No follow-up here from Valyn. Really wanted it, but could not quite collect. And with that, we go 5v.
Initiative, but look at this ult, as you said, into window room. I feel like M80 is keen about it. Zander's just barely avoiding this fragment, by the way, but does get taken down by the rifle anyhow. And so the Guard get on site with advantage.
And Valyn does go 1-for-1 with that teleport, so it gets us to a 3v3. Nightfall at the ready gets immediately spent. Here comes M80 quickly, trying to break down this post plant. They get the first two, no worries. koalanoob working on the ace. The last player's down low. Trent will find one, but no, NiSMO shuts him down, and whoa, we've got fireworks here early for both these two teams. Back and forth we go. M80 up 4-3.
M80 doing
through tree, shuts down the Aldrum, but can't contest any further. Now the counter utility from the Guard as they try to set up their plan. Rolling Thunder pops out, knives for Tex in the back line, but it's all about this action from the front of the moment, and it goes 2-for-1 in favor of M80's defense. JonahP, though, very well, may have to couple in his sights, and he does. Gets 3 in total. Warthog up top, how about it? And 5-4 the count. The Guard, a big round there, but again, being pressured, stretched out at M80. Find more aggression leading to success, this time through B main. And how about the pre-fire from Zander? Takes down Tex, that's your big entry for the Guard down. Null command at the use, but no, not gonna find entry here. Jonqt shutting things down. JonahP the last one left, and this would be a
keep, the Guard having to rebuy or even potentially save. Zander's gonna get a great off angle here.
He's still trying to get aggressive through B main with his operator. Prowler in the midst. Jonah's there, but the paranoia will force M80 to get back out of this area. But the Hunter's Fury actually thrown a little bit more passively, and the jump up from koalanoob follows up with the eeiu to go 2 for 1 in the opening exchange. And again, the Guard cannot find initial entry. Lockdown will be spent. This will be the square peg meeting the round hole, unless, of course, johnqt can just spam out the lockdown, which he does.
And they have equal numbers, and they have some time to work things out, talk things through, work together. Valyn, though, gonna get caught by johnqt's Odin there, and JonahP already on low health. This is
tapping away as NiSMO, but he actually misses on a very low HP JonahP, and all of a sudden, the spike will be collected, the fault line gets avoided, and there's actually a chance here. Or is there? koalanoob up in hand says, not today, Freds. Last one left is net, and he will beat.
Yeah, they are a
full
super
stack through mid. eeiu in position through the dark cover, possibly to find some timing here. Can he land the shots, though? That's the biggest problem. And, well, as net also provides a couple of kills, at least some damage on the backside to kind of keep this M80 play pretty well, I would say, claustrophobically put on towards A. Sure, they'll get the spike plant, but this is a very difficult 4v5 situation. Couple of battle back moments, and NiSMO off the quick reload actually may all of a sudden turn things in the favor of here, just to get your bank account starting to feel a little bit more secure. koalanoob first contact. No, doesn't quite hit the shot. Tries to get the one-way. How does he do that? Valyn, the peak just a little bit too delayed, but net and JonahP pick him up, and that'll be a 2-for-1 trade favor in the defense.
Need it will. NiSMO wasting no time, pushing the smoke at door to grab a frag to equalize things. Back to a 3 versus 3 as a spike goes down. He is low on health now, though.
No.
But zander with the stinger catches Tex up top. And now the spike is able to plant, and the man advantage sits with M80.
And it's going to be so difficult to work through this. Trent, 2 shock darts at the ready. First one pretty well placed. But no, net trying to find a timing to peek. Not going to work out. Now the paranoia is through, and Trent is completely stuck. Gonna have to make this thing sing a bit of a song. And no, does not transfer. M80 pull off the anti-eco, get their bonus in. Will not happen yet. We stay 5v5. Rolling Thunder gonna get spent here from the offensive side just to make sure this defense gets a little bit more tested, but Trent finds the first blood. Net getting another one. koalanoob trying to slip on through, but no, can't make any good on any connections. So now all of a sudden the lockdown's in play. The Guard haven't dropped a member yet. 5v3 situation. johnqt considering the fault line, then puts it away, and then the over-aggressive setup from the Guard floods forward, and M80 can find nothing. A Zenny flawless comes through as the Guard get their 6th.
Man.
And operator's out for Texas, the first time he's been able to afford it this map so far, which is rare to see in round 18. Flash out, M80 trying to get aggressive through mid, and they will collapse. JonahP, the first one to drop. More possibly though on the way. Ability very wisely. Net will back away. So free entry on the way in, and oh boy. Valyn has gotten behind with the from the shadows. Never seen out by NiSMO, and now the Guard collapsed from the front. johnqt only getting 1 in response. He's deep towards A. Arch is not gonna make a difference. And all of a sudden, the Guard have shown up in this map.
Indeed, they have.
Through B main. M80 have not committed to this play to B, though. But the thing is, you've got the operator Tex in position over towards A. Now all of a sudden, M80, they're trying to repivot back over towards B. They may not know how deep net has gotten through B main. There's still a chance for Valyn to maybe catch one on this cross as well, depending on how deep they go. But johnqt gets the first, spike makes its way on. No chance to stop this plant, and we're gonna reset into a 4v3.
Spike planted.
And I feel like they have to know that net is in main now, just based on his utility being triggered, but it may not matter, knowing half the battle as Tex has already found one with the knives, and that is a 2-man advantage now for Guard. They get everything.
Just down to koalanoob, and Tex will run forward onto him. 3 in the round for Tex. All of it by way of
that trick there.
Standing ahead.
Huge round, but still. M80 have the economy to purchase. Oh, spam works out. That's the knives off the table for koalanoob.
Before so many times, as he is the one and true Sova of North America in many ways, and he's not done yet. That's another onto NiSMO. He's pushed back, but he's not bothered, but the frags are starting to pinstripe a little bit, but Tex reeling it back in.
Yeah, I thought for sure that Trent was going to be safe, but the aftershock must have just been trying to make his way through B main. eeiu is currently watching this angle, but this is all about what they see, what they hear. There's the push-up, but net all collapses perfectly. eeiu gets caught off guard. Now it's just down to johnqt. The status effects of the Rolling Thunder off the table. John gets one, but no way he turns and burns there. and it's going to be an 11-9 tally. The Guard starting to really guard with this operator. Check on. What? How does Tex connect?
Could's a keyword.
Yep. Nanostorm delays the hit a little bit further. Rotation on the way. Flash is coming through. Tex has made its way on towards side. Nope, not going to miss that one. Second chance. The flick not going to quite land. NiSMO's able to put him down. Net still holding deep, and Trent has made his way over with the Odin. Look at the reveal coming out from the Sova utility. Oh my. 11-10 to count. The Guard. This time, no.
Slows M80 down, forces him to redirect a little bit. All this owl drone's going to get a lot of intel, but the stun is going to cause problem. They're trying to chase him, but net playing bodyguard. And again, it's the Guard team play coming through for a big frag.
Unbelievable. Trent sees the information, backs away, and Net does it again as Tex had no room to dash any further away. So now it's just down to NiSMO. And nope, nothing there. Another Zenny flawless, and the Guard have brought it back to level terms.
They're looking to take it a step further after tying the game up here.
Tex, oh, flashed. But JonahP pushing through B main with assistance. Does trade off one. eeiu has to be able to get both of these. Gets the first, the fault line lands. Oh my goodness. Trent still furthers the play out though. We get 2v2 situations with the spike down right in front of Trent's Odin.
He's kind of isolated though. His rotate's off. He's got to be very careful here. And oh, johnqt's found that's going to be the spike re.
johnqt on the corner, backs up. Lockdown gets placed. And it's going to force M80 to have to exit the site. First flash gets avoided. Net on the corner. No, nothing. The team shot's too good. And
together.
Yeah.
And neither one happened there. And so finally the momentum has been halted.
Scramble towards middle at the moment. Haunts is out, but it's JonahP get the first couple. Zander battles back, but only gets one of what was 3 trades that come out. Guard in a perfect position off their opening. Backs up in towards hell. Paranoia does land into johnqt. Aftershock clears out boxes. Zander, can he pop off right here, right now? Dark cover gets replaced. Net hears a lot of this. Actually gets tagged through the dark cover. Tries to work his way in. johnqt gets the first one, and they reset. Tex with a shorty out, shut down. Zander's gonna get another. It's all down to Trent for a 1v2 situation. Odin in hand, one shock dart. Shock dart gets queued. Tossed out. Zander watching on the cross, and Zander gets 4 in total of the round. Number 1.
What a crazy
teams, and how about this for M80? Little pistol round sneakiness getting up into B window already. eeiu back at the side, a little bit of trouble with the Trailblazer.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Stove's hot.
Stove.
The stove's hot, don't touch it. He didn't have a choice to.
It's also sticky and green.
Yeah, he got shoved onto it with no way to get off, like a fly trap. As we are gonna see the Guard just rolling through right now. All of them still standing, except for JonahP. He's finally got taken out by koalanoob.
Good smoke, keeps him alive. Counter fault line as Tex tries to do the same thing, but koalanoob does collect the kill. So now 3v3, Valyn dashed on, and he still gets one. Goodness, koalanoob gets the trade. Back inside the poison cloud though, Trent very well may have done enough, and yet.
Not too surprised. We actually have seen him break it out in the lower bracket a couple of times in these playoffs on a couple of different maps.
Oh, Zander up top as the hit towards B starts to make itself known. Nanoswarm's also in. johnqt giving himself a bit of separation. Counter, actually, utility from eeiu gets a lot of information, but the follow-up is not good enough to actually collect the kills.
Mancut, now the health is looking a little bit grim, particularly on Valyn. But outside of that, the Guard have found themselves in a chance to win. That's a great off angle from Net. That's so beautiful.
The other thing to keep in mind, there's only one snake bite here, so you've got to force yourself to play close towards sight. And Net will get 3 in total, and eeiu will not.
Apart, it's their ability to audible. The retake here at the SMGs and Odin. koalanoob does have the ult out though.
Good flash. Valyn in trouble. Whoa, Trent gets 2. Also shuts down the knives that were out for koalanoob. John not done yet though, but has to kind of be held back just a touch. Paranoia Aftershock holds the front line. Net getting another through the backside of mid. johnqt now the last one left, and the Guard will only. Drone scouts out, a little bit of pressure over from the Guard's point of view, and NiSMO inside the dark cover. 2 different contestants, almost gets the snap to the second, but Valyn provides the trade. M80 backing out of sewer just to make sure no one gets on towards the A site, but the Guard in that same instance, they've gained control of sewer because of that backup, and they'll leave JonahP to lurk. He's actually looking for a couple, and he gets a bit of a lineup. koalanoob shuts it.
Trying to sneak out around the platform. Trying to just get lucky with spam it, boy. Does he? That's Viper spit down.
Lockdown will expire. Here comes the check. koalanoob would have to hit a shot here immediately, but he's actually gonna hop on for the defuse initially. It's johnqt in the corner. Wait a second, koalanoob gets this to half. John gets one. This surely cannot happen. Someone's gotta hop onto it though, and valyn, oh, cleans everything up around it. It's a play up towards a lobby. Net trying to hide in a corner. If he gets two, that would be incredible. One would maybe even be fine, but no, it's a full swab up through. So this would have to come from the front here if you're M80. Trent just staying in his poison cloud, looking for someone to come through. Fault line lands, but Trent doesn't get seen. No one checks this tight corner. Oh my goodness, he's gonna blow this play wide open. He's gonna blow, no! koalanoob snaps, finds the shot from valyn at range. Still keeps the numbers in favor of the guard, and there's no chance for johnqt to follow up.
Bro, that play from Trent was the epitome of what you think is going to be a great season finale.
So the moment of vulnerability coming through, lockdown spent immediately, but the spike does get planted. And now it's on to this big hit through a lobby. Oh, and goodness, the guard get a perfect read on it. No one pushes through the lockdown. Even though it does get destroyed, the numbers holding significantly with the guard's post plant. koalanoob working on it, but now he's just by himself for what would have to be a 1v3 alert from...
He is. A jump peek's going to happen. It baits out the first shot. Koala trying to play inside the smoke. He's trying to be as crafty as he can be. He does get the kill with the classic. Now allow him to push the C site with the op as he tries to save it. And he might just get away with it. There are a couple of players, I think, potentially still getting chased through back call, so he might still be under threat. But Walt's in here. They're going to clear everything. They just don't know about long.
Oh,
and Net catches the mid push. And now they know about Koala.
Yep, he's stuck. Hunter's Fury on the way over, but koalanoob's already dropped. This will lead to a plant. And the guard still not pulled his hands up yet, just trying to clear some space immediately. And wait a second, they may try to get the opening kills first and then use it trying to block out the post plant deep. But the problem is you've got to find the kills first. And even though there's a trail out shock dart to find one.
He was eyeing it the entire... This is the one spot a few on the map where it could actually get the job done, and it almost did.
Almost did.
Almost, though, not going to count. Not in that situation.
Spike has not left the C side of the map yet. From the shadows gets called. It will be picking up the spike and then immediately committing in. But the thing about this is the defense is actually here. Shock darts will stop JonahP from his first attempt to plant. Zander, just before the poison cloud comes up, also finds a kill here. So hold on a second. Seekers are called out just to delay a little while longer. Tex playing deep. Here's the rolling thunder. valyn hit by this. Same can be said with JonahP, and both will drop instantaneously. Last player left is just this late lurk from Net, and he actually gets two, leaving a chance here for Tex. 1v2 situation, fault line out, and just doesn't quite pull the trigger in that secondary peak vault. So M80 looking to get aggressive this time with a very significant amount of numbers over towards A lobby. Snake bite down over towards garage side. Tex with the knives looking to support this play. Lockdown gets placed, but johnqt to the corner does at least shut down one. The lockdown will stay safe, and that will force a very, very labored rotation off the site from Zander, but he will get out, avoid the detainment, and in the process, actually, valyn gets one on the long flank, so now numbers hold with the guard's post plant.
Yeah, M80 are just being held off on all fronts by the counter utility here. We see a push from Zander to the nano, but JonahP's quick to trade it back. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Trades are fine here. The guard have plenty of pockets. Don't have to worry about trying to hold on to weapons here. eeiu gets another. It'll leave an opportunity here for M80 to start to play a little bit further forward, but try to break down this post plant at long. Very difficult to do, but hold on. eeiu gets another. Oh, now just down to valyn. This will feel familiar. Yep, he gets the two again. Trent's coming to check. Oh, no, not check this. Looked like he was coming back. I thought maybe for a moment that Net heard something, but not the case. And it's M80 who win the first two eliminations. johnqt trying to flush out another. The aftershock assist. Trades to allow the guard to come back into it, though. Are you kidding me? It's a 3v5, now to a 2v2. The dark cover, I don't think.
Nope.
So that could be a critical miscue here for M80. They're still looking towards back plat, and they do take down valyn. Tex, though, now to the 1v1 as he's already found NiSMO. Shock dart out, but Tex, oh, guy just doesn't miss. Do, in fact, say. Wow. And how about it? Tex, little heat check coming through. Net's able to get first blood through the toxic screen. And how about Tex on the hunt? johnqt will deter him from getting too far forward. koalanoob also in a pretty cheeky position deep in towards enemy lines, but does not expect Trent to come out from behind. Blindsides him, and now it's a 4v3 with Trent upgrading into a ghost. Although johnqt does get us to more
rotation. The guard making lots of noise here. Zander knows what he's up against, but no one's half the battle.
Oh, that is a key 1v1 win for JonahP, but he does get immediately shut down. Low health pools though for M80. Fault line comes out. Zander tries to use it as a timing check, but does not quite find it perfectly. Flash behind it, and how about it?
Deep push here defensively, and so we'll see if it's able to perhaps catch this flank of koalanoob, and it does.
Huge first shot lands. Down to the follow-up checks. valyn in the corner, doesn't quite land into NiSMO mid-reload. Shoulder seen, NiSMO takes it off, trying to follow up. Snakebite gets him vulnerable, but still NiSMO holds on, still stuck in the corner. They'll hold on the guard, trying to make their play forward, but as they do, everyone will drop in. It looks like the post plan for M80 should successfully hold this.
Yeah, NiSMO wasn't having it. No holds barred there. He just gets a big multi-frag moment, make sure that doesn't spiral out of control. You start to get a little bit concerned when that...
Last, depending on how much that pound of flesh was worth.
That flew off. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Tex might be in a weird spot. Oh.
Gets the first. Surely not more. No. johnqt gets the pinch up, but oh boy, JonahP from behind this play. It's just a toxic screen in his way. Does he check left? May not matter. valyn from inside the site will do pretty much everything required to hold on, and that will put the guard at 12 as Zander can do nothing through C-Long.
So they will have 9. That definitely has a lot to do with it, as it seems like most of the people in the crowd are kind of favoring the guard.
Oh, here we go. M80, little YOLO play towards C. Paranoia right across the Rolling Thunder. Nobody checks Tex in the corner. He dashes across, and oh my goodness, he gets up close and personal with johnqt. Flash out, JonahP gets a little bit side-blinded though, but it doesn't make a difference. The guard will hold on, and it's a 13-3.
This is important. This is his first ever time playing Brimstone in an official match.
Okay, see how it goes. Opening pistol shots down through mid-sands. valyn will come out on top, a little bit of help from team shots through. Guard will still also have Tex lurking in towards this backside of the A site, and how does he get the second? koalanoob doesn't quite catch the timing through his own smoke. Zander will try to get the spike to rotate over towards B, but he's going to be met here by 2 defenders already ready for him. And yeah, clean stuff here from the guard johnqt. Last one left in 1v5. It's just about what can you find.
Yeah, without Spike in its possession and with everyone else being on the other side, there's not a whole heck of a lot that he can do. They have a pretty nice little bait and switch set up here if need be through hookah, but it's not required. Trent will just finish the job there with the frenzy. And he said January of 2022. That's a long ways away.
Blinded.
Flash from JonahP. Oh, he's got a handful blinded, but not enough apparently. M80 will still win out the first kill. That does allow them a chance to pick up Stinger. Sheriff's also in the mix here, so M80 do have the chance to fight from range, especially against what is a lot of SMGs for the side of the guard. Headhunter out for Tex, is staying in towards hookah.
A bit more forward here and try to play a close angle with the pistol. Tex gonna try to move in with the Headhunter here. NiSMO, though, beautiful timing. Shot there. Yeah.
There's no follow-up allowed whatsoever. Tex will also be held in place. And this is just all about waiting out the clock here if you're M80. Tex on the way down. What? How does he get that? Plus also teleports away. Net also getting one, gives Tex a chance at this, which he does find at least one with the ghost, but the Headhunter doesn't quite lock it in, and eeiu will counter.
Here they have no presence anywhere else. And oh, Net gets caught jumping up, awkward timing. NiSMO is going to punish it, and now he's in the site.
Jonah? Oh,
he was so stunned.
Yeah,
I mean,
thought maybe for a second he was going to avoid line of sight, but not to happen.
And play post plant. That is kind of just M80's fault.
So a bit of a Viper battle over towards shower side, while NiSMO actually not going to pop the showstopper here. And he runs right into the waiting arms of a judge. valyn also following up, takes care of Zander through shower side. So huge advantage here for the guard defensively, and they're finding weapons on top of that to make this even more formidable.
Yeah, they're going to try to teleport with the spike over to the other side, and koalanoob's doing a good job actually holding these players down, and that might cause them to double the spike back, and indeed they do. They're going to come through market. valyn going to go ahead and pop art here to flush out the Lance player. He does get the frag on the koala, but now they can double back again if they want to.
They sure could, but they're going to commit forward. valyn shut down. The traded orbital strikes. Does keep us at a 2v2. eeiu at a single point worth of health, and johnqt will get to work trying to change that, but through the box, Trent, big win. And actually, hold on a second. Whoa, what just happened? He pulled out Showstopper and then canceled it?
Yes.
So now it's down to Tex for the 1v1. johnqt will get the plant and back away off the near box through U-Haul. Still holding pretty close. There's the check, and Tex will save the round.
Brother. Let him know, Tex. Go ahead, let him know.
Towards A on the mid cut. NiSMO, this time Showstopper will be a part of the play. Just trying to clear things out up and over the truck, and he will find Trent lurking in towards Lamps Halls. koalanoob also finds another one deeper on towards the site. Battle back by Valyn only gets one, and the numbers for M80 very significant. Tex the last one left, and as he gets shut down, it's M80 up 2.
Yeah, and again, that
5-man stack over towards mid. Viper's Pit will defensively be used over towards B as Valyn just takes a dry peek through mid connector and takes off ahead. So Zander will drop. M80 still trying to force their way forward, but as Valyn takes down another, M80's hopes of trying to continue forward on this angle are
side hookah. I mean, they got everything covered. It's no problem.
There is no reason to move. JonahP is going to try to find some timing here, though, and actually a little bit of a burst play from the guard. Goes 2 for 2, though, so the trade's not as efficient as
for koalanoob to do much here. He's able to get a smoke that might allow him to get out, but out only into the awaiting arms of Tex. Utility into A, but they're not committing. Look at this push though to B.
But Zander may actually catch timing on this. Yeah, catches one in the corner, but JonahP does fight back. Flash gets popped. johnqt on the hunt. And this is all about just isolating JonahP, trying to stop him from doing too much damage, but it may be a day late and a dollar short as he actually takes down NiSMO as well. eeiu does slip through A, but he would have to find these 2 kills on rotation to make this a little bit more competitive, you'd think. Sniper rifle actually catches the wall, but doesn't matter. Tex has the headhunter to finish the job, and now it's just down to koalanoob and 1. A lot of great post-plant tools. Orbital strike, molly. 8 shells won't quite get there. Spam shots also not fully going to land, and koalanoob will just kind of step in towards the smoke. Maybe catch one on the cross, but Tex, how does he hit that?
Wanting to go that direction. And they're just going to nightfall the site. Are they going to commit?
I don't even know if much gets hit by this. Offensive orbital strike, though, does land. Defensive one also getting used in response. Trades the kill feed, get us to a 4v3 situation in favor of M80. But the rotation's going over towards Tex's direction. He does get flashed out. Teleports back. Viper's Pit keeps the rest of his push safe. All their spam shots coming through. The headhunter also out just to try to make something heroic happen, but it won't fully work out. Quick contest, though. JonahP right through shower side. He actually gets last flash for JonahP. Doesn't quite see, I don't think, the player sitting in the corner. Predictions out, but doesn't make a difference. Zander gets the jump.
Not really allowing anyone to rotate over to A. Look to pounce on B here.
Sure feels like that's going to happen. Trademark slows down NiSMO pretty considerably. Showstopper towards Octagon, not going to work out. Trent also teleporting through, trying to clear out the backside of Hookah, but the action really is happening more so over towards Zander's direction. He gets 2 lurking through A. Tex is still very healthy and on site. Catches, oh, not one off guard. I thought he had NiSMO dead to rights, but the footstep sounds allow NiSMO a chance to react. 1 trade back from Trent, but still, this has to be a 2v4 situation. NiSMO will not allow that to happen. A 7-4 all of a sudden, trying to back away through mid. And he puts the stim beacon out just to try to survive a little while longer, but the shot's starting to come through for the guard. But oh, Zander picking things up through the mid-cross, no worries. 3 kills for him. Snakebite lineups at the ready. Trent clears out U-Haul, but there's still so much the guard have to do here. And not a ton of time to do it. They will toggle the spike. That'll be enough for Zander to toss out his snakebite. Was not needed, though. M80 clean up the half.
On this map. No doubt about it.
Very similar to what we saw in Ascension. Did never have to really go back on the ecos. We have a quick burst here from M80 right down middle. Shut down immediately, though, by the combination of Valyn and Trent. Zander does get a trade off the action to get us to a 2v3, so more level numbers, but the guard get a chance to set up their post plant however they want. Poison Cloud still ready for Zander to try to block off this Heaven Cross, but the problem is this bike is just in such a tough spot to just stick to. Zander's gonna give it a go, and he does get it to halfway. No one's taking any shots at this. Zander's gonna stick it, but no. It's Judge in hand for Zander. He will be seen, and well, the threat is also known. A little bit of pre-fire coming through. Zander just gonna pop up, throw a couple of shots, but Trent actually collects the kill. And now all of a sudden the guard can still commit forward as johnqt gets caught. And that's gonna lead to another very healthy post plant for the guard.
Yeah, unfortunate the Judge did not become the executioner there. And so it allows the floodgates to open for the guard on the site for the spike plant. And now a tie game is right around the corner, it seems. #1 kills per round. He is top 3 in clutch.
Lucky while the rest of the defense tries to rotate in. There are full weapons on both sides here, but look at the space that JonahP's gotten through. Denies the first bit of utility, and then JonahP finding the double turns. Oh, JonahP. Paint shells follow up by Trent. And once again,
the strong team in the guard pulling off.
Out though. Offense trying to, again, delay the inevitable. Sniper rifle for Tex watching the cross. Predicted it the whole way through. M80 completely stuck. Trying to find their way in, but they just don't have any information at all. And you can kind of see they're just hoping someone's going to peek them, and there's no reason for the guard to do that. Shorty out for net. That will work. Back to the rifle. johnqt a bit caught, and there is just no ground anywhere for M80 to work with.
No, not at all. Beautiful post-plant positioning.
Once again, there's the Trailblazer information. Oh, good counter, though. Haunt comes through. Also, the follow-up from NiSMO works out, so we go 2 for 1 the exchange. NiSMO finding everything in this round at the moment. Tex battles back for 1, but NiSMO goes showstopper. And, oh, it doesn't actually hit JonahP! He was inside the middle of the container. koalanoob still finds the kill, but it's Tex for a 1v2 situation. Flash out, steps away from it, makes the contact, finds the first headhunter, no! Watch B, 2 of them in particular playing right at the edge of long, and opening contact. NiSMO just gets 1 for 3.
You just don't expect that. You just can never really anticipate someone's gonna be playing that spot. Catches them completely off guard.
Oh, the flash being held here by johnqt. The guard looking to try to break their way on through. eeiu's watching the cross. eeiu does get the first. There's the flash follow-up coming through. johnqt does it with the Guardian. Little tap-tap-taparoo. Upgrades it now to a more...
Very beautiful A set pieces that...
koalanoob is sniping very forward with the operator on the brimstone. He sees one, and huge connection. Trent will drop. And now the guard have to kind of consider what exactly do we do from here, because you don't really have a lot of information on what's still on this A's side. And well, if they peek this, they may get punished. Zander getting 1 would be fine, but eeiu pops through. He finds 2 of his own, and now it's just down to JonahP as M80 have come to life here in the defensive half.
They just keep running into these bait and switch plays on these choke points that M80 keeps setting up. I mean, last round it was Octagon that they did it. This round's on short. They just swing off each other so well.
Right afterwards, that's the hit through mid, actually. It's coming through as JonahP Seekers out, and Tex eventually does connect onto NiSMO. So now the kills lead to an opportunity for the guard to make their way on towards A or move in towards eeiu's direction. How many does he get? No, just 1. Follow-up, though. johnqt's got an operator out, and the guard has to be thinking, how many options these guys have? 3v2 situation. Spam fire coming out from koalanoob doesn't quite get the job done. Viper's pit being placed. Zander catches Tex on the rotation over. We'll have an even 2v2. But look at this Viper's pit. I mean, you're going to have a hard time getting net out of that position. Xander's going to have to wander his way in. A couple of the pre-fire shots are already in, but koalanoob was looking to see if maybe he could catch net on the other side. Doesn't work. And deep into showers this time around. Orbital strike out. That is going to block off the front, and Tex catches an ankle. Oh, NiSMO tries to break the timing with the blast pack. Doesn't quite work out. And then the follow-up from the showstopper turns this into a 5v3 situation where M80 are going to have to save.
Yeah, they steal bind from guard, having no reps on the map.
Our side. The spike is rotating, though, over towards B. Seekers will be called. The defense is going to get a lot of information off of that, but they rotate almost right into the waiting arms of JonahP. They flush him out. The isolated kill is good. Flash for johnqt. He's going to step maybe even into this play a little while longer. Nightfall just to try to assist him, and no, will not be able to do too much. And eeiu tries to follow up, but the guard will battle back. 3v3 situation. Tex trying to work his way over, but it's Trent to strike first. NiSMO from inside the site gets 2. Now it's just down to Trent, and he will fall. Overtime. The difference maker here in this OT. The guard walking up B long again, and koalanoob.
Attacker spawn.
I thought for sure he would get at least time to hit. On rotation right now is Trent, but the hit is on the way. Oh, what a molly that is. Chips away at so many health pools. JonahP will follow up and make good on the damage. Well, eeiu maybe had something to say about it, but only getting 2 leaves this now to a 1v3 scenario for johnqt, and valyn will not allow back up, see if they can maybe isolate. The thing they don't know about, though, is that the brim of koalanoob has made its way all the way over towards Fountain. NiSMO still gets 1. The teleport gets used to come back over towards A, but the numbers are good for M80. We've got a 5v3.
Yeah, they're able to get across the spike to A at the very least, but they are at a 2-man disadvantage in this post-plant hold. Trent, though, is aggressive inside heaven, and they're also playing aggressive at elbow, so there's still some ways in for guard here.
Trent got an orb as well. He only needs 1 kill for a showstopper. This could be unbelievably massive. Valyn, first contact, he just taps at it, no worries. Here comes the follow-up. Tex, oh, he's flashed and he finds the shot onto Zander. Oh no, not like this. All of a sudden, we're down to a 2v2. Showstopper earned for Trent. Doesn't know where to spend it yet. Jonqt on the corner. He takes down eeiu instead though. Now the paint shell's re-earned. Timing not gonna earn out here. Jonqt would have to hop it right now and he's not gonna be able to. Trent will technically clutch it up for the Guard, who take map number 3 in 2 straight overtime.
What a beautiful pivot. Things were nice online.
Yeah, fair point.
So it is very possible they could 3-1 this.
Well, opening first blood will work out. Again, the pistols for the Guard continue to be impressive. As Tex gets one from range, then backs off very quickly. Does keep his life as the follow-up flashes are still getting a chance for M80 to get on towards sight. NiSMO will get the plant off. Forward play from Jonqt shut down, and M80 are still trying to commit into this, trying to take away that connector play. Not fully working out, though. Now the Guard have numbers. Health pool still low for a couple of the members. koalanoob tapping away. He gets 1, maybe more. Oh my goodness, he dashes forward, trying to get the reload off, but Trent has him stuck in a corner. Maybe if he had another bullet or 2, but not gonna be.
Closer than I thought it was.
JonahP stepping in, tries to drop his own fragment. Jonqt just going immediately for the plant. That's a nice call for M80, just trying to give themselves a little bit of a clock to work with, considering the weapons. Nanostorm also capes us dugout position contested as M80 will back over towards Art side. The Guard on their retake now, working their way forward. Lots of utility now in their way all of a sudden as they have to be the ones to clear things out. Good shock dart usage from Trent. Moves the post-plant defense around just a touch. And now it's down to who chows first. And Net will find the first blood. Trent trying to stick for the defuse, but the help comes through perfectly. eeiu trying to get it done himself, but too many members to deal with, and the spent by NiSMO. Offense makes their way over towards B. This is voluntarily given up initially by the Guard, but they are trying to contest this post-plant late. And there may be an opportunity for JonahP to just slide on through. koalanoob didn't have the angle locked up. Trades are decent though, and now it's just down to the long lurk of Net, who will give away his position with a couple of spam shots over to koalanoob. eeiu on the close corner, they line up! Oh my goodness! That got a...
He wastes no time. But that up-tempo playstyle looking to go for the attack. A pop flash peek goes wrong. NiSMO finds Valyn, and now JonahP's kind of just stuck in the back of the site. Tex will try to join him in the back halls, but they're getting pressured everywhere.
Oh my goodness. It's just so much utility being thrown into this back hallway, and NiSMO will eventually step in to clean up the last 2 remaining defenders on the site. Net, 1v3, still very doable. First shot's decent, almost got the snap. Wanting one back. He's gonna want to try to take it back, but no. Has to dash off. Cause divide comes through for the offense, and he's looking to go quickly, but Tex still standing tall. Nightfall also in the midst. But Valyn from the corner, he's able to go essentially 4 for 2. How big is that with Trent jumping into the action late? koalanoob now the last one left, and there's nowhere for him to go. Massive.
Tex trying to hold this forward angle with the operator over towards Art position. Does find the target he was looking for in koalanoob, but is able to get away. No missing this time.
As the rotation starts to miss through, and we've got a stalemate on the zone.
Indeed we do. M80 finally able to get in on the plant. Hunter's free though, comes in from Trent. Net finds a frag, and things are looking dangerous.
Wow. What a good play from the Guard. And it all just, how much of this results in the fragment not landing. Gets spiked down.
Oh, timing here. JonahP nearly caught Valyn. Able to play Guardian Angel through the smoke spam. And now JonahP comes forward. Oh, the flash comes through. It's good. NiSMO gets a couple, and he's able to get it into a 3 versus 3 and some weapon upgrades on top of it.
Yeah, the trades are decent, all things told here for M80. It's going to be 2 rifles. Zander is held onto by Net. At least initially speaking. Lockdown could be a part of this play here for Jonqt, but yet you call it. Trent around the back. Oh, he gets red! Jonqt sniffs it out, and now Net's stuck in the dugout. He does get away, if only just barely. The hunt is on, and Net punishes to the 2v2. Net gets a second. Now it's down to Zander versus Tex. 1v1 situation. Zander cues it up, but bang! Tex finds him with the op, and that's 6.
Basically, other than maybe a sliver of dugout. But look at Net challenging again.
He hits the head of 1. Oh my goodness! Net's gonna get 2. So 2 for 2 exchange. Still will allow M80 to jump on. Trent will be detained here backside yellow.
Spike planted.
But all things should be still fine. How do you set up this post plant? Tex backs up, but avoids. Oh my goodness! Zander down low initially. Quickscope comes out. Now to a 2v2. eeiu's on a single point of health. Jonqt fully healthy with light armor. And the retake for the guard is coming in tandem with one another, playing around the back. eeiu's holding right on top of the spike. Down low, no, eeiu gets one. Again, on 1 HP. There's the gravity well. Should be an easy finish. Now Valyn, does he get a read in the last one? Jonqt in the corner. Well, Positive Divide does its job just long enough as NiSMO shrugs off the status effects of the detainment. Op shot lands for Tex. That's huge to shut down the potential pinch. Dual command spent by NiSMO trying to stop the utility early for the guard's retake. Can they win these gunfights at range? That's what it's going to take. Tex turning the tides. Operator is being a huge X factor, but Zander up top. eeiu down low. They go back and forth. Just down to Valyn. For the 1v2, both players are low on health. And Valyn will try to get this to half. Maybe even more than that. And no, koalanoob will spam him down in round 11. Go.
Get out of my way.
M80 get the job done. Both teams still fully bought out. koalanoob pops the ult. Look at the aggression defensively.
Oh, Tex in a little bit of trouble here. koalanoob maybe looking for more, and he finds it. Oh my, Trent tries to touch timing, but that won't work out. Only gets the one trade. Valyn trying to create a line in the sand for this defense to get into position, but there really is no one left.
Wow.
And the bold aggression from M80 is going to work out here likely for round 12.
It's just one of those on being a wild, aggressive team that can handle the chaos, and they really pave over it. So the guard have no idea how much space M80 may have taken in the middle. They need to check this corner.
Yeah.
They absolutely must. And they do.
Oh, just a wide swing from Valyn. Huge heads-up play. eeiu, though, may catch a bit of timing here. A little pinch set up over the top, but the flash comes through. Zander gets pulled off, fragment in, and JonahP will use that as a chance to collect the kill and push through his fragment for a quick rotation to possibly catch someone else defensively through their spawn. And oh my goodness, NiSMO has absolutely no idea, and why would he?
How could you? Yeah, how could this man literally Usain bolted through his own fragment and then gets in the back lines and wreaks havoc, and now it's just 2 left for M80 to fight in this pistol round against the 4 of the guard with the post plant.
That little shoulder gets checked. Gravity well. Shock dart used in combination to make sure no one's holding on for halfway defuse. Valyn, here comes the check. Oh, it's Jonqt, the opening double, though. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Just down to Trent. Jonqt gets the halfway recon bolt down, and the shot lands. Art.
And look at what Tex has done in the meantime.
Respect this, yeah. Oh, over the top. Lots of damage. Oh my goodness. And then Valyn follows up with a second. Fragment down, Valyn getting a lot of damage his way. M80 still have a chance to rotate quickly. They have not allowed the spike to be planted as of yet.
Boost was brilliant.
On for intel. Help on the way. Zander's needs to be stepping in right next to him, and Zander gets 2. Jonah does at least provide 1 trade. eeiu still alive, if not a little worse for wear, down to 70 HP. Trent trying to cut things off by playing a bit forward and towards Flower side. The same was the idea for Valyn. Trent finds some success on his side, but it's only marginal. Down to JonahP. It's the first, but no. The follow-up from eeiu from behind is good, and M80 get back on the winning side.
Like I said, don't count them out. While the guard were certainly getting a little bit of wind in their sails and inching towards the finish line, M80 are still around and still
a lot of firepower here, including the operator, which will be unmatched this time around. Early, null command being spent by JonahP. Flashes the follow, and Tex just dashes right on in, finds the first blood. And then backs out where he finds koalanoob waiting for him. Holy, this was all just a fake.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, this is all intentions towards B, so
that
Tex has gotta be smiling ear to ear.
That was a fake cream sundae, and I had to take it back to
Agreed.
That's so brilliant, man.
Yep.
It's a nice little change up.
Tex isn't done at the moment, although eeiu NiSMO will force him to be done. So a couple of fadeaways over. That's not the case. We're gonna get a 5v4 on site here. Darts coming out, stepping forward with Zander and eeiu, but they don't trade out well. eeiu still trying to hold the ground for as long as it be possible, but there's just everything being thrown at him. Jonqt doing what he can to hold on, but he can only do so much. And now koalanoob is left on his lonesome 1v.
This koalanoob may not save this up.
Wow. Opening contact, trying to come through, and it will through mid-map. Tex gets one in the follow-up flash. Uh-oh. Not good news
comes
here off the
trouble.
rip for M80. It's going to be a 5v3 situation, and I think all eyes are looking over to koalanoob. He's going to have to try to do something amazing. Cosmic Divide goes up. Oh, koalanoob actually doesn't pull the trigger on the first shot. Doesn't make a difference, though. Zander still finds the kill, and now, yep, they do. Full rotation back, but M80 may try to meet them around mid. You've got John cutting off the rotation. He's in a good spot for this, catching one out with the knife, but nothing further. And now all of a sudden, the guard need to make a choice. Is it going to be B or is it going to be A? And they've chosen incorrectly. Zander's going to catch another on knife. koalanoob there trying to set up and out of the 1v1. Net's going to think he's got time to go all the way back, and
he does.
koalanoob is going to try to, again, predict this.
Bot coming back.
Plant will extend the clock. koalanoob! First opportunity takes the breath out of net, and M80 a huge round.
Oh man, the guard running to the.
Opening look, Aldron out. Oh, bodyguard from Valyn works out. Zander holding close. Actually, the fragment is a problematic part, but oh, he gets behind the play. Oh, what a pinch setup that is. Zander getting 2, eeiu the 3rd. And just like that, opening first blood countered in numbers with M80, but the secondary fight rings out, and it's Valyn who gets it. Lockdown gets spent. Zander trying to hold inside this tight area. johnqt also stepping in, damage dealt, and Zander's gonna get 2 from behind. Trade comes through from Trent, but the damage has been dealt. M80 will get a handful on the opening approach. Spike gets dropped. johnqt still staying safe behind the Cosmic Divide. Valyn and Net still working this one back. Be a 2v4 situation.
Spike planted.
And the plant comes through. NiSMO from behind gets the first, and now it's just down to Net on 49 HP. Defensive lockdown spent. Net gets the first. Flash out. Timing not there for Net, and that's going to lead to koalanoob getting the defuse. And now Trent tries to get to work, dancing with the devil. koalanoob slips away. Hit still on the way though, and oh, the follow from Tex is perfect. johnqt still holding over towards Art Stairs. Can he find anything on this reopening? eeiu gets his utility, and Prowler's gonna connect. The follow-up from NiSMO from behind. Oh, they're gonna find a couple of trades. To the 3v3 we go. JonahP, Net trying to hang on. Pinstripe goes the kill feed. Shock dart chips away at eeiu, but the health pull for Net is what's most critical at the moment. Time becoming an issue. Shock dart sent out preemptively. No one home. Start gets placed. It's a nebula. eeiu tries to hang on to it, but no, it's Trent to find the final kill. It's been 471 days since the rookies made it to Reykjavik, but today is the day.